I don't feel like editing this video too much, and I say that in all my videos, but this one might be really raw and uncut and untouched. That's just really how I feel, and I'm just gonna kind of cut on the video and start talking. This one's not scripted at all, and I haven't scripted my videos for a little while now. I don't know how long it's been. Also, too, I feel like it's been a long time since I filmed, because I film my videos in bulk, because I, to deal with life, but I want to be consistent with this channel. Also, too, I'm really loving this MacBook vibe, like just calm, chill, like a webcam vibe, because it's just like I'm talking to you like you're my homegirl, homeboy. What's up? Dab me up. Yeah, thank you. I moved too quick. This is just me sharing my introspective thoughts and like let's talk for real. I don't know if I've done like a video like this where I'm like interactive with you. I feel like all of mine have been kind of like not scolding, because I don't scold, do I? More so just like sharing with you, but I want to make it more personal. Literally like you're my bestie and we're on like video chat. And I'm on my like webcam and you're just doing your makeup or doing something, I don't know. This is really for the girlies, but I will say, and this is like between me and you, why is my male, and this is no judgment, right? Why is my male viewers like percentage higher than my female? At one point I had 90 something female, 80 something female. Now we're at 40%. No, I mean, like, no judgment, but, like, this is for the girlies. Where are y'all at? I'm scared. Just kidding. I just feel like sometimes, and tell me how you feel, right? This one might be, like, more personal. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about this. No, but for real, is the door closed? Hold on. Because my TV might be loud. It's whatever. Who cares? And this is going to be unedited, uncut. I feel like sometimes, right, I'll be like having a great day and then out of nowhere I'll just be like, and like, okay, I'll be having a great day, like chilling with family, just chilling, and I'll be like, oh, I'm chilling too hard. There's money to be made. Get up. Like I have that voice in my head that won't let me relax for too long, and I like it. At first I thought I thought like to myself like this is really really good, and I felt like I was too like dependent on that voice to like pick me back up. But now I kind of feel like I've built a good relationship with that voice in my head. Not even that voice in my head, but it's more so like a habit that I built within myself of like, don't get too comfortable, don't relax for too long. There's still stuff to do. We still haven't there's some goals we still haven't done yet. And y'all remember that to-do list video I made a while back? If you really watch my channel, my to-do list is right here, and there's stuff checked off. Like, when I said, like, I don't have a New Year's resolution and I have, like, a to-do list, that really pulled through for me, and I'm going to continue to do that. I talk really fast. I'm going to continue to do that for, the rest of the years to come. Like, I've never really been a fan of New Year's resolutions anyway, but the to-do list really helps me because I use to-do lists throughout my life, throughout my day. Throughout my day, I use to-do lists, so I feel like, because like if I don't write it down I'll forget. I don't want to say I have ADHD, but the doctor said I had a mild case of ADHD. I don't know what mild case means. I guess there's like tiers to it: tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. I'm tier 2. That's what they said. And I do see why I could have ADHD like habits, but I never had to take Adderall or anything like that. So, but yeah, I just really feel like today we're just gonna talk about money. Nothing new. Nothing new. But I want to kind of bring a different approach to my videos and talk to you one-on-one. So yeah, I really feel like financial literacy is something that is like becoming more like how do you say? ¿Cómo se dice? Let me stop. It's becoming more frequent. It's gaining more notoriety. It's becoming more noticed, more mainstream, right? And I like that because I have to kind of remember and remind myself, like, 20 years from today, 30 years from today, like 40 decades, yeah. 4 decades ago, 3 decades ago, like, times weren't the same when it came to not even just financial living, but, like, actual cost of living and, like, different economical things. Of course, the economy is always going to change, but, like, girl, I have to sit here and really remember, like, I wasn't I wasn't really born in the time when like there wasn't like some form of internet. I'm not super, well, I am. I am young, but I was born like maybe like I probably experienced 1 year or 2 years of like not having like the digital media, but like the thing is like I was young. I was 1 or 2. So by the time I was old enough to have like an iPad, by the time I was old enough to like just be a kid, I had I was an iPad kid, but I had like a tablet at like the end of elementary. And I didn't get my first phone until middle school. So I don't feel like I was like an iPad kid, because I feel like iPad kids are the kids who have phones in like first grade. Like, and I always used to make jokes like, what are they gonna call? Like, what do they have a phone for? Who are they gonna call? Are they gonna call their mom when someone steals their crayons? Like, why do you have a phone in the second grade? But when it comes to a financial standpoint, honey, like, I have to remember like finances was so different 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, finance is a lot more accessible now, and I feel like that's why sometimes I have that voice or that habit within myself that's like, don't get too comfortable, because there's so much money to be made out here. Like, it's so easy to become financially stable nowadays, because back in the day, like, yes, a degree, like the degree was the only way to like financial freedom back then, but nowadays the like degrees don't hold the same weight as they did back in the day. And a lot of times too, like, I know a lot of people who get majors and stuff that they do, like they graduated, or they're in like a major, or they just go to school for something that they don't want to do, and then they end up like wasting loans, student loans, or like getting into debt, even if they have scholarship, like paying some form of tuition for like what they don't really want and what they're not going to work in. And then also too, like, let's say they graduate, like I know people too who graduated, I know a lot of older people, well, who graduated in their degree, and we hear stories about it too, like people who graduate in their degree and they're working in the industry and they don't enjoy it. Maybe it's a toxic work environment, and they have so much loans to pay off because of how much their degree costs. Like, degrees are very expensive. And that's just my mindset towards it. I'm not like bashing school or judging school. Like, school is definitely, education is highly important. I'm pro education, but I feel like times have changed to where like back then, like if you didn't go to college, yeah, I can see why people thought you were crazy, because college was really a good way to become financially stable. But nowadays there's 18 year this is how I talk to myself, y'all, so we're talking like this. There's 16-year-olds becoming millionaires in high school because they found a trade online. Like, we have the internet now, and the internet's so different, and you can literally build a skill set online to build financial freedom, like, for yourself. It's crazy. So to me, I have to kind of remind myself, like, we're in a different time, honey. That's why I think I don't allow myself to get comfortable, because I'm like, there's so much opportunity around me, why would I waste it? And like, even if you don't choose to go the school route, like I'm in trade school, right? And I'm in like a course right now. So I'm pro education, because there's like alternative educations. Like, I think back then there wasn't alternative educations. Like, there wasn't webinars, there wasn't mentorships and like skill sets that will like literally bring you income. There's not courses, there's not boot camps like how there is now. All those I just listed, those are all like polar opposites, or not even contrast. What is it called? What the word I'm looking for? Those are like alternatives to like a college degree. You know, boot camps, courses and classes, mentorship, webinars, trade school. There's so many different ways to build a skill set for yourself, and so that way you can build your experience and end up making money that way. And so the topic is finance, right? Financial literacy. What I'm trying to get at is like, times are different, and so I just remind myself that like there's literally no excuse to why I'm not getting to the actual bag. You get me, but we're here though. You get it though, because we're here. Because we're here. Come on, for real. Because let's be real, like there's actually no reason why like we're not getting to the bag. And like, I'm not judging anybody who's not, because everyone's in like a different mindset. My age right now, I should be at the club drinking. I should be at the club right now hungover. Like, you know, I should be doing who knows what, but I really am in my own world. I know people who are also in their own world, because I guess that, I mean, obviously I'm here with you. What's don't make me laugh. Okay, we're supposed to be serious right now. You're trying to make me laugh. Are you done? It got on my glasses. I tried to take a sip and it got on my glasses. Are you dumb? We're gonna finish the rest of the video with no glasses on. I can't see them like this. I literally... Anyway, that's embarrassing. Don't make fun of me because I literally cannot see without my glasses. I may have drops of water on it. Can you see the drops from afar? You won't judge me. We're cool. Anyway. And so, where was I at? We're talking about everything finance, right? And a lot of things too, which is obviously like basically repetitive. A lot of things are passed down from generation. Like there is such thing as generational curses, especially tied to financial, like generational curses tied to finance, or just generational trauma to like financial literacy, breaking generational, like this is all real stuff that's happening in real time, no matter what religion you reside in. Like we are in spiritual warfare in different forms, whatever you believe in. It's happening. We're in a different time, different era, like not even just physically, economically, spiritually. Like it's just, I feel like we're not, because we're adapting to it slowly, you know, like a slow boiling pot. We're not really aware of, like, we can't see the bigger picture because we've kind of like, it's just like the system kind of like slowly adapted us to more chaos and more chaos to the point we don't even understand what world we're living in. We see a lot of the bad being promoted, but what about the good? Like, let's talk about how easy it is right now to literally, people are becoming millionaires after millionaires after millionaires from their home. Like, there's two sides. Of course, there's always going to be a polar opposite, polarity, law of polarity. We talked about this. Of course there is, like, but like I just find it funny how the system always is going to promote the negativity. It's nothing new on the news, you know. Oh, what side are you voting for? XYZ or XYZ? Are you red? Are you blue? It's all propaganda and distraction. What celebrity said what? You know, this celebrity did this and that. All this gossip and like drama, all this distraction. It's so easy to get distracted for a reason. And I feel like if you're not consuming content that will allow you to remain focused, we must stay focused. We must. You're going to get literally left behind. You're going to get sidetracked and you're going to get ran over by a train. You will get sidetracked. Like, it's so easy right now to get distracted. And I feel like it's not a coincidence. I don't believe in them. Let me back up. I feel like I'm too close to you. I don't want you to smell my breath. I don't want you to smell my breath. And I don't think I'm going to edit any of this, yo. I'm going to have to watch it back and see how I feel. I might make some clips, but, like, nothing serious, right? And I really hope you can hear me. And bring this closer to my mouth. Yeah, so that's just how I feel right now. And I got a burp. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, hold on. Give me a second, please. Thanks, hun. Alright, cool. Yeah, and so this is just, it's just funny to us, right? Isn't it so funny to us? We find it so funny. And also, you know what's also actually really, really funny? People who, I just won't understand these people either, but people who, like, literally make time for all of this, like, is it debauchery? Is debauchery the word I'm looking for? Debaucherous things, or just things that are just idleness. Like, people make time for idle minds, and I feel like once you have an idle mind, you've lost your life. Like, it does sound cliche, but usually cliche things are the truth. And I feel like the fact that they are cliche makes people stray away from it. But it's like, you should kind of go towards it just because of how true they are. It's very simple. Cliche are simple things that have been said too much. Therefore, people just throw it to the side. But if you really sit there and register what cliche, like, statements have been made, you know, like the statement of, like, what I just say just now. Idle minds. You know, like, people make time for, like, what they want to make time for and, like, waste time, right? Why is it all of a sudden so quiet? I just want to start whispering. What the heck? I was talking about cliche things, right? Yeah, it's the cliche things that always make sense and always are really, really true, but they're cliche. People stray away. But I feel like cliche things are just simple things that have been said too much that need to be slowed down so people can register it. But yeah, I feel like people when they leave room in their mind to be idled for idleness is like people who love gossip, right? People who always talk about other people, right? Or people who just are easily a slave to their phone, who can't go 30 minutes without swiping on their phone. And obviously we're all victim to it to certain degrees, though. There's always going to be levels to it. I'm talking about people who live on their phone 25/8. It's, to me, between me and you, bestie, I've always had an issue with people who live on their phones. I've never been like friends with people long enough who like literally can't have a conversation without them talking on their phones. I think it's highly disrespectful to you to be having a conversation with somebody and you just whip out your phone and scrolling. Yep. Yeah. Like, that's mad disrespectful. And so to me, it's just like things like that. You know what I mean? There's different types of people in this world, and I'm not judging nobody for it. Do you? Right? If you feel triggered, that's like, if my words trigger you, this is my thought, bestie. Like, if I just be me, right? I'm being me. I'm talking the way I would normally talk by myself, right? Being me. And if like my words were to trigger you to make you feel some type of way, like you feel personally attacked, that must be something subconscious that you need to deal with, hon. Like that must be like your sign that you need to do some self-healing and some self-work towards whatever I said that triggered you. That's your subconscious mind. You know what I'm saying? That's some unhealed trauma that you have. I don't know, babe, but you're projecting at that point if you're like getting mad at me for what I said when I'm just being me. Because, you know, like, you'll be yourself and be who you are, and then there's people who are going to get mad or angry because they feel like you're attacking them. No, I just said, you know, I don't like people who are on their phones, who live on their phones. People might get offended because people live on their phones. We all do. Like, I admit it, we all do. I put my hand up, we all do. But there's levels. Do you know what I mean? People who literally consistently cannot live off of their phone. They need to be constantly entertained. People who have a attention span of a goldfish. No shit. That's just what it is. And it really is dependent on what kind of content you consume at the end of the day. If you consume financial content, you're going to be financially literate. You're going to pick up on financial habits, right? If you're watching things about credit, sources of revenue, like if you're just always consuming content of like finance or like mental health or spiritual health or like, you know, looking at somebody live their dream life, so you know it's possible for you to live their dream life. Like, you're not like watching out of envy, right? Because we don't do that here. We don't do that here because that's just weird energy. We don't envy people. That's literally not in our DNA. God didn't design us to do that, right? We don't envy, we don't hate, we don't watch other people. We admire, we get inspiration from our hearts. Because we don't, between me and you, bestie, we don't want what other people, like, have. We don't itch other people, our hands for other people's stuff. We're not beggars, we're creators, right? We don't watch other people and, like, compare. We might do that subconsciously. I feel like we all do that subconsciously. But when I say like compare in a way that's like you want to live their life, like you want to be them. We don't want to be anybody but ourselves, bestie. At the end of the day, no matter what trials and tribulations I've gone through, I wouldn't want to be born in this world as anybody else but Shanique, because I love who I am genuinely. I've always felt like I've had a level of self-love for myself. Also too, like, just exercising that for myself. Like, you know, whatever insecurities I have, what are ways that I can diminish them? You know, what are ways that I can work on them internally? Plus, I've gotten into self-development since I was 16, so I've been very young into the taking care of yourself mindset. Like, I've been really young into this already, so it's kind of gonna rub off on me. And I always came off as more mature for my age at a certain point, but I do have like a childlike energy to me, and I will joke, I will be funny, you know, that's just my personality. But at the end of the day, like, to know when to turn it on and turn it off is like something that I've really been working on. I really feel like I'm getting good at it, because it's like, yeah, like there'll be some people who only know you for one aspect of your personality, but then there's other people who know you for other aspects of your personality. But who's that person who knows all, you know? And are you hiding all of your personalities? Are you like evenly distributing it towards different people, or are you like allowing it to go to one person? Or are you keeping it to yourself, you know? Some people might not be able to handle all of your aspects of you, because they might know you as the class clown, or someone who jokes a lot, or who's always loud and fun and funny, but they don't know that serious part of you that's like really focused on like your goals, your aspirations. Like you might be a person who might come off as dumb, but you have a really analytical mind. And I'm not talking about me in particular, I'm just like using examples. Like I know people who might have been viewed at as somebody who is super funny and fun and class clown, but deep down, like, you can tell they're really depressed, and like they go home and they, like, you can tell, like, they go home and they fight their thoughts. Like, you know, the cliche, like, oh, every comedian has a dark, you know, mental part to them, and they go through a lot of trauma, and that's why they're so funny, because laughing, like, they're laughing at pain, different things like that. Like, there's always going to be polar opposites. I feel like I've talked about a lot. I think I talked about a lot in this video. I think I'm gonna end it here because the light's getting too bright. I'm squinting my eyes, honey. I feel like, whoa. Also, too, I have to go do other things. I love you so dearly. This was a different vibe of a video. I wonder if you guys like this. And yeah, I'll see you in another video.